Hello. Yes, today we are going to learn how to factorize a quadratic equation and solve it. So here the quadratic equation x square plus 14x plus 48 equal to 0. First step, we have to factorize this quadratic equation. How can we factorize this quadratic equation? We can see that the constant term here it is 48 and the coefficient of x here it is 14. So we should look for two numbers so that when you multiply two numbers, you should get 48. And when you add the same number, you should get 14. So first, you can set up the double brackets like this way. Okay. And we should know what are these numbers. We're going to write here. So 48, look at the factors of 48. Let us look at what are the factors of 48. You can see that 1 times 48 is 48. 2 times 24 is 48, and 3 times 16, and 4 times 12, and 6 times 8. If you know the multiplication table, it is very easy for you. So 6 and 8, look at 6 and 8 here. So when you add these numbers, of course you are getting 14. But 1 plus 48 is 49. It is not 14. So we have to look for pair of numbers. When we add, you should get 14. And when you multiply, you should get 48. So we found it is at 6 and 8. So those positive 6 and positive 8. Positive 6 multiplied by positive 8 is 48. And positive 6 plus 8 is 14. So we will write here plus 40 plus 6 here and plus 8 here. So choose the pair that adds to make 14. So that is 6 and 8. 6 and 8 here. So we can put these numbers in both brackets. Okay. Now how we will solve it? Now we factorize this equation we will equate x plus 6 equal to 0 or x plus 8 equal to 0. So 6 plus 6, x plus 6 is equal to 0, which means x is equal to negative 6. And x plus 8 is equal to 0, which means x is equal to negative 8. So these are the solutions. Okay, look at the next question. Solve the following quadratic equation by factorizing into two brackets. So we had to put two brackets first. Okay, and then this is x squared, so you can write here x and x here. Now think about two numbers. When you multiply, you should get positive 12, and when you add, you should get negative 7. So look at the factors of 12. Let us look for the factors of 12. The list of factors of 12 is 1 times 12 is 12, 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 4 is 12. No other numbers, right? So which numbers when you add together, you will get negative 7? 1 plus 12 is 13, 2 plus 6 is 8, 3 plus 4 is 7. So this is the number. 3 and 4 is the pair of number. But listen here, the sum should be negative. If the sum is negative, means this is negative 3 and this should be negative 4. So negative 3 you must write here, negative 4 here. Okay. Okay. So 3 and 4 are the numbers. We understood that we choose the pair that add to make negative 7. So which is 3 and 4. So we will write here, put this 3, negative 3 and negative 4. After that, we will say x minus 3 equal to 0 or x minus 4 equal to 0. When x minus 3 equal to 0 means x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 4. Okay, these are the solutions. Hope you understood. Those who need more help from this part, if you need more explanation, just text me. Okay, we will do some work. These are the questions. Already I gave some work in the class. If you want, you can just copy down this or I can send it in the group. Okay. Okay, now look at this question. X squared plus 11x minus 80 equal to 0. Here the product is negative 80 and the sum is positive 11. How can we solve this type of question? Okay, when you multiply two numbers, here it is, we should get negative 80, and when you add, you should get positive 11. See, what are the factors of 80? As I told you before, put open two brackets and write x and x, and we had to look for the factors of negative 80. The factors of 80, positive 80 is what? 1 times 80 is 80, 2 times 40 is 80, then 4 times 20 is 80, 5 times 50, 16 is 80, 8 times 10 is 80. Then when we add, you should get 11. What are the factors? See, the product is negative. That means the multiplication is negative. It means one of the number will be negative. That means in this pair, either 1 is negative or 80 is negative, or 2 is negative or 40 is negative. One of them should be negative, other will be positive. Because negative into positive will be negative. So, so if one number is negative, when you add, that means you are subtracting, right? So look at this 5, and if it is negative 5 and positive 16, or yes, negative 5 and positive 16, or positive 5 or negative 16. What you will get? The answer. Let me look at it. If I put here negative 5 and here positive 50, 16, what you will get? Negative 5, positive 16. The answer will be positive 11. So this will go. One should be negative, other should be positive. See, negative 5 multiplied by positive 16, the answer is negative 80. Negative 5 plus 16, the answer is positive 11. So our values are negative 5 and positive 16. So we should write here negative 5 and one is positive 16. Okay. So already it's tapped, so I will show you. So we will write positive 16 and negative 5. You can just write here negative 5 and positive, never mind. Bracket x 16 plus negative 5, the answer will be positive 11. All right. So x plus 16 can be equal to 0, or x minus 5 can be equal to 0. So x is equal to negative 16. Positive 16, when you move to the other side, it becomes negative 16. Negative 5, when you move to the other side, it will become positive 5. So these are the answers. Okay. Okay, let us look at this question. The product is, or the multiplication, when you multiply two numbers, you should get negative 24. When you add, you should get negative 10. The coefficient of x square is 1. So you can, first step, you can open bracket, two brackets, and write x and x first step. Then we will look for the factors of 24. The factors of 24 is 1 times 24 is 24, 2 times 12 is 24, 3 times 8 is 24. Anything else? Yes, 4 times 6 is 24, right? So when you add two numbers, you should get negative 10. What are they? This product is negative 24. So one of the sign number is negative. One of them. One of the pair is negative. I think 2 and 12. Look at this. 1 should be negative. See, if the sum is negative, we should take the big number as negative. If the sum is negative, big number is negative. So 2 and 12. 2, positive 2 and negative 12. See, positive 2 plus negative 12, the answer will be negative 10. positive 2 plus negative 12, the answer will be negative 10. But positive 2 multiplied by negative 12, the answer will be negative 24. So these are the pairs, but one is negative and one is positive. How will you choose? If the sum is negative, the big number will be negative. If the sum is positive, the big number will be positive, the other number will be negative. Understood? In this particular question, the sum is negative. So we will choose the big number as negative. So what we are going to write here? 2 and 12 we choose. So we are going to put positive 2 and negative 12. Then after that, x plus 2 equal to 0 or x minus 12 equal to 0, which means x is equal to negative 2, and here x is equal to positive 12. So the answer you can write like that. And there are some questions for you to solve here. I can send it. All right.